Hello everyone, my name is RiverStump and welcome to today's speed build. If you're new here, I'm pretty new to building, so go easy on me, but feel free to give some constructive criticism. It is currently a beautiful Saturday morning, so if you hear any cars or motorcycles passing, I do have my window open. Sorry if it gets too annoying. But yeah, that's just kind of how it is. Now, I was going off of a reference photo for this build. Obviously, I didn't copy it exactly, but I think it turned out really, really well. So please stick to the end to see how the finished product looks. But right now, we're just kind of building the outer shape and putting some roofs on top. And this roof was honestly the bane of my existence. I could not get it right. This whole build took me over 4 hours to build. So I cut out a lot of like finicking, tweaking things, to cut it down to about like 29 minutes, I think is the end result. But yeah, I decided I wanted it to be on a foundation so I could have a staircase, obviously after I already built the house. So I went inside and raised up the walls and then decided to finish the back kind of wall, top floor. But yeah, it was pretty fun kind of challenging myself. I'm usually more into like modern builds, but I've been having a lot of fun with these like country builds, and you guys absolutely loved my last country cottage. So if you haven't seen that video, feel free to go check it out. Yeah, it's just another little speed build, but on a way smaller scale. But yeah, I took so long trying to figure out this roof situation because I wanted it to look complete, and I just couldn't get it. And then bam, you just pull that out by one, problem solved. Like, who knew it was that easy, honestly? Not me, but that's fine. And then I'm just fixing that top roof. I didn't want it to look weird, so there's me kind of finicking around with it. And then I added on that back kind of porch, raised it up a little bit, raised up the inside, which did eventually cause me problems later on, but I guess that's a problem for another time. I picked this kind of like white picket fence. I think it looks really cute, and I kind of wanted to go with a white and red look to the house. So you'll see me kind of going through that once I start picking siding, which will be happening in just a minute. But I moved it a little bit forward on the lot so we could have more of a backyard. Opened up that front area so we could put the door in, and then I ended up going with the growing together, the big front door, and then I picked it in red, and then I was trying to pick the siding color because, like I said, I wanted red and white, but I couldn't really find any that looked kind of rustic, like it would be a farmhouse. I ended up picking this white one right here. I think it looks really good. It's nice and new, but not too new. I think it just fits it really well. But yeah, I'm just adjusting the roof again, trying to make it work because that little clipping piece was driving me nuts. And then for the windows, I wanted to go with the cottage living windows, but as you can see, they don't match the door. But I thought that the like growing together windows were just too fancy, but I didn't like any of the other doors. So I ended up changing the color of the door to a white, just to match the windows. So the shutters are going to be the only red kind of on the house on the outside. And then I found this cute little round window and ended up putting it in, and then just kind of redid the rest of the windows on my own because this absolutely took forever. And then I figured I should probably do the inside before I place all of the windows because, you know, what if they don't work? So I just went ahead and placed the stairs, and I wanted this to be a very closed off sectioned house. I haven't seen many farmhouses that are very open floor plan. So I picked this nice light wood, and then I couldn't get the stairs to match at all. I don't know why the country living stairs don't match with the country living floor, but I guess that's just that. And then there was this little section that didn't want to be a part of the floor. I don't know why, but that's just how that was. So here's me getting started on the walls, just going around the stairs. I added in a back door and then realized the windows didn't match the door. They were actually like a cream color. So I switched that around, and then I hated that back door, so I changed it to a nice bigger one. And then I fixed up the fence because it actually wasn't even, which kind of drives me nuts, but that's fine. Now I wanted kitchen, dining room, living room, because you know when you're carrying food you want it to be pretty close to the kitchen. So I started putting in random furniture. Don't worry, we will go back and change it. It's just to help keep me on track and remind me. I'm pretty everywheres in my building. I do have ADHD, so I can't stay focused for long periods of time. So I just kind of put things in a room as a friendly reminder that we're not done yet. So I put this little room off to the side and decided to make it an office. I put a little bathroom beside that, and then I wasn't sure what to do with that top room at first. So you can see me kind of place the bathrooms in, but I left that top room empty. I was going to use it as a bedroom if I couldn't fit enough bedrooms upstairs, but we'll just have to see. So I figured I would make that little corner piece another bathroom, and I would make it like an ensuite. So I drew the hallway, put another bathroom, and then put another bathroom. So there's like bathrooms on either side of the house. And then the rest are going to be bedrooms. So I got rid of that wall, lightened it up a little bit, and then put the bathtubs in the bathrooms so I could keep a mental track, and then put beds in the bedrooms. And then I was like, do I want that to be a bedroom? And I was like, no, I'm going to make it a kid's room. So this is now a kid's toy room, where the kids can kind of hang out, play, skill build, kind of just do whatever they want. Now, for the wallpaper and stuff, the downstairs, the bottom paneling didn't show because it was so elevated. So I ended up just picking the brown ones, so at least the bottom trim matched. You can see me kind of select light brown, so I had somewhat of an idea of what I wanted to go with. But then for the kitchen, I wanted a tile behind the counters because I figured they probably wouldn't have wallpaper like behind the stove. So I added that in, and then just fixed it up. I didn't love it at first because I didn't really find it matched kind of what was happening. But once I add in like top cupboards and stuff, it does start to look good. I added in these little archways I thought were really cute to kind of open it up while still keeping it pretty closed off. And then I also added archways in between the dining room and living room and hallway. So you can just kind of easily walk through the house without like going back out to the hallway and kind of doing that. I added a little kitchen island. I think it's really cute, these little bar stools. And then I was gonna add in like this little side piece. I just wanted to fit better in with where the tile ended. But then I decided I should probably add in fridge and stoves. I'm absolutely obsessed with this growing together fridge and stove. I think they're so cute, but it was clipping in the counters, so I just swapped it out for a full piece, which, you know what, ended up working better anyways. And then put in some top cabinets. I didn't know really where I wanted to put things, but I ended up going with just this one side, and then throwing a window over the sink. And I think it's so cute that there was like an open window, so I threw a little curtain over that, and yeah, I think it's super cute. Of course, we need a garbage can. I always forget garbage cans in my build. And now that I'm talking about it, I think I forgot one outside. So sorry. But hey, at least we have one inside. So if you do end up playing with this house, you'll probably need to throw one in outside. And if this is your first speed build here, I normally kind of put everything we need in the area and then I'll go back to decorate it. So kitchen's done right now, but we will go back, throw some kind of cute appliances in there. And for dining room, we put a table, threw some windows in there, and then moved on to the living room. Now for the living room, I picked this couch from Cats and Dogs with the little throw pillows. I think it's adorable. And I just centered that, put the Not Your Grandma's drawers in there. I think it's like the perfect shade of blue to match the couch cushions. And then I wanted a fireplace to kind of put a TV on or something. And now, unpopular opinion, I don't know. I couldn't see a flat screen TV in this house. So I put this little TV on top of the fireplace, and yeah, that is what it is. If you play in it again, you can swap it out if you want, but I just thought it was more realistic and fun, as I figured they're not going to be inside watching TV very often. They'll probably be outside with the animals and like tending to the garden. I just kind of assumed that's what they did as kind of like a living. So I threw this little kind of bookshelf, and then the fireplace perfectly matched. Like, how wonderful is that it just works out perfectly. And then I thought I should probably throw in like a lamp and a little end table so you can like put your drinks on and stuff. And then made that a fun little brown color. And then I put some lights up, and I put way too many, so I ended up getting rid of it, and then found this little kind of like menu item that I threw in the dining room. You can see me kind of delete a light here. And then I was like, it's still way too dark in here, like what am I gonna do? So I added this little lamp on the coffee table, and it really brightened it up. So that was perfect. For the dining room, I put this little chandelier, I guess, over top, but it was way too low, so I went with the smaller one. I'm sure if I didn't raise our floor up so high, it would have been perfect, but is what it is. You make mistakes and you learn from it. And then I was originally looking for the kind of plate display, but I ended up finding all this cute clutter, so I just kind of threw it in the kitchen to decorate for later so I wouldn't have to go back looking for it. And then I even found this book that I thought would look adorable in the little desk office area. And then I was like, maybe it's in debug, but I was like, no, it's definitely not. I used it in one of my previous builds. So there we go. I found it. I wasn't sure what color to go with because I still wanted something fun, but something that matched. So I ended up changing it to a blue color. I don't know. I like it. I like the kind of green and blue color palette we're going with. And yellow, of course. And then I was like, we are missing a rug. I love these rugs. So I put a rug in the dining room, living room, and of course the kitchen and kids' room. They can't not have rugs. So just put that size down as like a little kind of mat you would kind of stand on for washing dishes. And then I reorganized the pots and the spoons, and then added a few little plants, as well as one that will go by that wall that just looks really empty. So I made sure that wasn't clipping, and we were all good. And I went on to put a little dining room topper, and I needed to swap out the little pot lights, so I added in these cute little vintage hanging lights, and then we are done that side. So for the kids' room, I wanted to put some toy boxes, some skill building items, some clutter, and of course our little new infant mat. So the kids can kind of hang out in there while dinner's getting served, or, you know, anything's happening. and just kind of do fun stuff, hang out together, put like a little board, a little spaceship that I assume they made, and then added in these like tooth fairy stuff scattered on the wall. I just think it was a cute touch. And then put this like little, I don't know what they're called, but it's just like a regular little light, and then lined the hallway with them. And then I figured doors were important, so I put doors around and added a little desk to the hallway because it was just looking a bit empty. So I figured the kids could kind of practice instruments and do their homework out there, and then could go in and play once they're done. So I added a little coat rack and shoe rack, and then forgot the bathroom door, so put that in, and we're on to the office. So I added a nice wooden desk and a chair with like that little book I found earlier, and this cute little rug. And I put in some lights, but it was still too dark, and I didn't like how many there were, so I added a lamp and then this little hanging light we used in the kitchen. And then we are on to a bathroom. So I picked the bathtub, and I know bathtubs are a lot less convenient than showers, but I figured they probably have more bathtubs than showers. So I put that in, and then added a little plant light, as well as like a little cabinet in the corner with a light on top, and then a little rug to go under the bathtub. And then I ended up adding a towel, and of course the toilet, can't forget that. I ended up going with this like old-fashioned styled one and put the toilet paper right beside it, and the sink, soap, and a little flower, and we are almost all done. Just want to add a painting in, and it is looking great. Looking back on this, I probably should have added a window along there, but I don't have any windows in my bathroom, so I don't know. I didn't really think of it, but don't worry, this other bathroom has windows. So I decided to go with like a blue theme. I put a shower in this one. I think there's 2 showers in the whole house. And then put like a little toddler potty in case the kids are downstairs. Fixed the windows, added some toothbrushes and toothpaste, and then put a little cabinet right by the door so you could store like soap, towels, a laundry basket, and then this little tooth fairy to remind kids to brush their teeth. And then I added in a little light, ended up just putting one of those little lights from the hallway in there, and it was good to go. So now we're on to upstairs. I picked the same wallpaper as downstairs for the hallway, and then ended up picking this fun green one for the master bedroom, and then picked a bed sheet to match. And I forgot the floors at this point, but I do go and grab them right here, so all the floors are in now. And I found this marriage certificate and these little ribbons, and I thought, how cute would it be to put this in the parents' bedroom as like prize winning stuff that their animals have gotten them. So I added a little vanity in, a mirror in the bathroom, and some end tables. And I just think it's looking really cute. I'm just gonna add some pictures to the wall to make it look less empty. And yes, I did forget to put a a window in this room, but I do go back and move the pictures around once I realize. There we go. But yeah, that bathroom window just wasn't working, so I swapped it out for a different one, and then added a little one on the front, which I think looks so much better. I then put the vampire rug. I know it's kind of weird to add something from the vampire pack into a country cottage, but it is what it is. Added these pub stories, sized them down, and put them on the wall as kind of like a fun little homage to their fun days together. And then the parents' bedroom's done. So for the next bedroom, I was going with a teen boy in mind. So I went with like this red and black plaid and then added all the windows so I wouldn't forget. I put some like werewolf posters on the wall, as I don't know, I thought he might like it, and then added a desk, and I also gave him a tablet, just because I figured he would need it for school. I don't know, something fun. And then I was gonna put a lamp, but it really didn't add any light, so I ended up putting this like candle lamp and then the little chandelier kind of thing over the bed. I also put this little werewolf rug in, some clutter around, some clothes on the floor, just to kind of symbolize teenage boy. For his bathroom, I also wanted to stick with the red theme, so I put that in, picked this wallpaper. I really struggled, I guess it's not a wallpaper, it's tile. I really struggled with the tile. I wasn't sure what kind of gave farmhouse energy, but I think it turned out all right. And then added these little posters to the wall and some more clutter, towels, soap, toilet paper, you know, the essentials, some lights, and it was all done. On to the next bedroom. I was hoping for like a child girl. So I wanted to go with like lots of pinks, purples, fun girly stuff. I've got some paintings in there and drawings that she would have done. A dollhouse for her to play with, a little reading nook with this cute little chair. And then ended up adding in this little side table, just moved the cat, and then added a little bunny to it. There's her little instrument, her lights, and we are almost all done with her room. There we go. So I added lights to the hallway, so we didn't forget those. And then I wanted to make this an infant room, seeing how we added the infant playpen downstairs. So I'm just kind of adding in some fun things. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a guy. Honestly, you can use this room as whatever. But yeah, I just kind of added in lots of pinks. So I guess a girl was in my mind for building this. But honestly, color has no gender. Use whatever you want and you can easily change it. Added some family photos to the hallway and then just put some like clutter baskets around. And I forgot to give her a book bag, so I went back and gave her that. And then added in this little shelf with some baby wipes and two other shelves for the combs and kind of baby care items. I don't know why they don't slot to the shelves, so you have to raise them up if you do it in your own build. But I added in the lights, and then I thought this wall still looked really empty, so I added some paintings and then ended up adding a window to the outside. I thought that was too big, so I added in this little one and then added one in the bathroom. So we're on to that. I decided to go for a pink wallpaper to kind of make it a little fun, seeing how it's kind of like the girl side of the house, I want to say. So I added in towels, a rug, just kind of going with cute girly vibes in mind. Added in their little shower caddy, some cute little pictures, and then of course the hanging wall plant, which I am obsessed with. And then I added one last light and it was all done. So I changed the roof color to a more black roof and then could not find a patio to match anything, so I ended up just going with the cement and then added in some little seating over here with a little table so you can go sit outside, read a book, do whatever, and you can see me kind of throw a hay bale off to the side just so I don't have to go looking for it later. So here's our cow barn and our llama barn and then our chicken coop. And then I found this basket of like cozies in the clutter section, so I added that quickly to the living room, a little sign out front, a little garden patch, and yes, we have that like little rabbit hidey hole and birds. I don't know, it's cute, why not? So I'm just kind of scattering that around, adding the stairs to the back side, and then I was gonna do a walkway, but oh my gosh, that's horrendous. So we got rid of that, went with smaller brush, and then went with more of a curvy, flowy pathway. And I wanted the barns to be like on gravel, so I added that in. And then just kind of softened out the lines. I think it turned out much better the second time, especially now that we're adding in kind of pathways to the garden. And then I added this little hay bale pile where I just raised up the hay bales and kind of scattered some around to make it look like we were feeding the animals. And then a little barbecue, a little bird kind of wash, I don't know what it's called, bird bath, I guess. Then I added in bicycles, swing sets, monkey bars, a tree house, and then I figured the whole house should have bicycles, so I added those in. And then a little picnic table out back with a picnic basket on, and then I found these aprons, so I added those to the kitchen really quick, a garden hose, and there is also a flower arranging table out back. And then I put some kind of like patio benches along the side, but I did cut that out because it was just boring. So here's me doing some landscaping. And I actually changed these to red to kind of match the front of the house, and then just put some fun little plants around it, just to kind of make it more welcoming out front. And yeah, I think it turned out really, really well. And I also added some sunflowers to the side, of course with terrain paint, but not that much. And then I added some terrain paint just randomly around. You can see me kind of doing spots here and there. Then I add this cute little chicken out front. I know it's technically a water feature, but I don't care. It's cute and I like it. So here's some more flowers. And I kind of changed the colors of these. So they were like randomly planted. Just kind of had to add some fun variation to the house and the yard. And then ended up putting around these little tiny plants just to kind of give it more depth. And then on the other side, I kind of did the same, but with lavender. You'll see me add that in a second as soon as I put these rocks in. There we go. Just kind of spacing that out a little bit. So here's the terrain paint and the lavender. And I ended up using those first little bushes that I was going to put around these, so like the yellow low line flowers. There they are. I think it looks so cute. And then the rocks on this side as well to match the other side. And then there we go, some more terrain paint. Now the pathway looked too good, so I went around and kind of like softened it with the eraser tool, just so like some grass was showing through the pathway, and so you could kind of see that some of the gravel kind of either fell in the dirt or whatnot. You know, just kind of roughened it up a bit, make it look a bit used, added some little tulips to the front, and then some little rocks. But yeah, this is pretty much it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you would do anything different, and honestly, any advice is really helpful for me. Also, do you have any plans this Saturday? It's a beautiful day where I am. So yeah, just let me know. I really hope you've enjoyed this and you like this. And again, it's at RiverStump if you do want to download it and play with it. But I hope you have a great day. Bye.